So imagine if you were, it's spring soccer season, if you were playing out a soccer game, we were on a soccer team, and one of the other team players just decided to pick up the ball and run it through the goal and say, look, I just scored a goal. And be like, no, you're not, you have to kick a soccer ball, you can't pick it up. It wouldn't be a game if people just started playing rules any way they wanted to. The fun part is that there are specific rules and that you have skills that you develop within those rules. But that a team is going to be effective, what does it need? Not just a lot of good players, but a coach. Somebody that's going to be able to say, okay, we're going to run this play, you're going to do this, that has the overview and knows how to make sure it happens. And this is the way the church is set up by Jesus. He gave us, of course, rules so that we would know how to live, how to follow Jesus. But then he appointed the 12 apostles with Peter, the St. Peter, as the first pope, to be like coaches around to make sure that the churches understand who they are and what they should be saying and teaching the same thing no matter where they are. And that's what we hear happen in the first reading. There are St. Paul and Barnabas have gone down and taught the churches in places farther away from Jerusalem. And then they left, and one of the questions was, did we have to do everything, all the ancient Jewish customs? And Paul says, no. Jesus fulfilled all of those on the cross and in the resurrection. We now have a new covenant. So you don't have to do all the same things that happened in the law of Moses. But then people come down after they left and they said, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You have to go and do all these practices. And people got really confused. They're like, well, does Paul know what he's talking about? What about these guys? And so they send a letter from the church in Jerusalem, which is like the mother church where Jesus was. And all the apostles gathered there. And they said, Paul's right. These other guys are wrong. And so they send a letter down from the coach to say, no, it's the decision of the Holy Spirit and of us that this is, you don't have to follow these practices, but you do have to live the moral life. You can't be doing stuff that you did when you were a pagan to all the non-Jews. So that's what our church has been since its very beginning. That in this second reading, there's a vision of the new Jerusalem coming down from heaven at the end of time. And it's a big, beautiful city all made out of gold and diamonds. But the whole basis of this city are the names of the 12 apostles. That our whole truth is built that we're a church that's holy, a church that's unified no matter where we are, a church that is one church, but it's also an apostolic church, meaning it's been built on the apostles and its successors, like me. So that we all are the unified, whether you are in Springfield or whether you're in Seattle or whether you are in Sao Paulo, it's the same faith. It's the same church. It's the same belief that we have. So when Jesus says in the gospel, I will send you my Holy Spirit, the Father will send it. You're going to rejoice that I go. It means that he sends his Spirit into the whole church, that we all are gathered together, but we have a coach. And we have rules, and that's what makes it fun. So people just don't pick up the ball and run in the wrong direction. That ruins the game. But what makes a difference is when we all play together, knowing that we've got a coach, and our number one is Jesus Christ. So I'm going to say, praise be Jesus Christ, and I want you to say now and forever. Praise be Jesus Christ.